Hello everyone, welcome to StraightA. Dawson here, back with another video here today, and we are continuing going into week 5 NFL fantasy football. Very excited, very cool. I love fantasy football this year. I have a lot of different variety of how well I'm doing and how well I'm not doing. So we'll kind of talk about it though. I'm not 0-4 in any leagues though. That is a big plus. That is what we're talking about. We're not totally lost every single league. Actually, every single league we have some sort of chance to make a run of some sort. So we'll see how the rest of the season plays out. So it's really important how we tackle this week. Please leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment any suggestions for future videos below. I'm going to go through this pretty quick. I'm going to talk about key players, talk about the matchups overall from previous week as well going into this week. So first of all, let's talk about the main league I'm in, Doggy Style, which is a half PPR milestone type league. And last week I crushed it. When you have basically 3 of the top 5 running backs in the league, Kyron Williams, Alvin Kamara, and Derrick Henry, you're gonna generate a lot of points. And those 3 alone generated me 80. And then Jaden Daniels came in with an extra 30. And basically Chris Godwin adds a little bit. Devin Singletary every now and then adds a little bit. But then you also have a defense randomly giving you 30 points, and I will take it every day of the week. Jake Moody gave me 13 across the board. Great team. Not only that, on my bench, and now I'm like talking about trade deals with other people who are desperate for running backs, I now essentially have 6 of the 32 starting running backs in the league in a 12-man league. That's insane. Antonio Gibson is just declared a starter and probably will remain the starter for at least the rest of the season. Maybe next year Ramondre will take over. Honestly, near the end, Ramondre could take over again. But Antonio Gibson, I think, will be the main guy there for at least a strong duration. Alexander Madison is essentially over Zamir White at this point. It's kind of, they're almost splitting at this point. Madison has been producing more. Kind of like I would almost consider Bucky Irving that kind of player too, because he's slowly taking over that role. So those two are going to eventually be starters. But either way, Cortland Sutton, Ladd McConkey, very good receivers. I dropped Michael Wilson and Gabe Davis in favor of some other picks up this week, and we'll talk about that in a second. He had a very good team. I mean, 110 points is not horrible, but it was just not enough. Rashi, of course, a very unfortunate drop this week. Christian Kirk did very well. Malik Neighbors, Chuba Hubbard, very good. And Joe Burrow, pretty dang good as well in general. Now, I realize I'm kind of recording in display, so I'm actually going to change that up a little bit so you can get a cleaner little version of the whole screen. There we go. That's a little bit cleaner. I'm not going to edit that or anything or go back and re-record or anything, but like, I want to make that note. This week, I feel very good about matchup. I'll be honest, I'm very comfortable. Dak Prescott is probably going to score 20. Jordan Mason's probably going to score like 25. So that's 45 points guaranteed. James Conner, I think, is going to struggle. DJ Moore, I'm not too scared of. Tyreek Hill, not too scared of. Jake Ferguson, not too scared of. Dontavian Wicks, I know a lot of people are high on him. I think there's just too many mouths to feed in Green Bay. I think they're all about on the same level, and there's just too many mouths to feed. I just don't think Jordan Love is going to give out that many fantasy points every given week. So maybe he eats, maybe he doesn't. I don't think he's scoring more than 15 for sure. Najee's going to struggle. Brandon Aubrey, Commanders defense just varies. Meanwhile, my team I think is going to do very well. I mean, we just talked about him for the most part, but I picked up Vikings defense this week against Jets, especially overseas. No, it's not overseas. This is that. Wait, that is overseas. Yeah, it is overseas. So it's 7:30 a.m., not p.m. Threw me off. I'm starting Alexander Madison over Devin Singletary since he's out, and Antonio Gibson. I am debating Antonio Gibson over Alexander Madison just because the Denver defense is really good, but Zamir White's out, so like I'm still debating that one. So we'll see. Just because I don't know how exactly the split Gibson's going to get compared to Ramondre. While I know Madison's going to be the workhorse, but it's like, do you want the workhorse in a very low-scoring game, or do you want the possible slight edge of a split in a more favorable game? Even then, it's only 36 points, possibly low-scoring. We'll see. We'll definitely see, but I'm leaning Alexander Madison at the moment. I still have Cortland Sutton and McConkey, and I picked up Trey Tucker just because I think the Devontae Adams is not going to play for a while, so I think he's going to be pretty damn good for the pickups. Next up, we're going to go to the King of the Cup League. Oh, man. This is the league I drafted with Ben. Standard scoring. It's a 48-man, and holy crap. I mean, we just got butchered. 129 and 94. 94 is a respectable total in this league, but, I mean, Kamara, Amon-Ra, Christian Kirk, DJ Moore. I mean, we were kind of screwed from the very beginning. We had some good top performers, but everybody else was kind of average scored, and he just had more of the points. 49ers, Rico Dowdle. I mean, it's Justin Fields, honestly, even just really just killed us. So, like, it was a tough week in general for the boys in King of the Cup. So we are 1-3. By the way, I'm 4-0 in Doggy Style, which I should go to this one. We're 4-0 in this league, top of the leaderboard, only undefeated team, so feeling pretty good. In this league, now we've already had Thursday Night Football because I'm recording this in a later date than I intended to. So I have had Young Goku. He had Chris Godwin and Falcons defense, and I'm outscoring him with just a kicker. So I'm feeling good. because he has some scary players, and so seeing Chris Godwin and defense not give him that many points kind of gives me an edge. But like I'm still not totally out of the water yet. I still need to rely on Kyler, Kyron, and Chuba, and possibly Amari Cooper to even get me some points. We are struggling with some injuries. AJ Brown's out, Sam Laporta's on bye, Cooper Kupp, Jonathan Brooks, Khalil Shakir. We can't use IR spots, or at least I can't. I don't know how the hell he is, so I don't know what the fuck's happening here, but whatever, some shenanigans. So I have no players other than these exact players. So this is the lineup we're going with. I think I still got a shot. Honestly, I think I can get the win because I think Braylon Allen's due for a good one, especially against Minnesota in overseas. So I feel pretty good about this one. I think I can squeak out 2 and 3, but it's going to be a tough matchup. We're not totally out of this league yet either. We're just near the bottom of the leaderboards. Then we got Chase the Dream, which is the auto-drafted Superflex League. And man, we got our first win. Claps for the boys. Claps for the boys. We are 1 and 3 in that league, 9th total, which I think the top 6 make it in this league. So I'm very, very curious. I accidentally auto drafted this, so it's very unfortunate. Very good team I have. I think in receiver wise, even the running backs, we're starting to recuperate a little bit. Quarterbacks is where we're struggling quite a bit. So luckily, Alvin Kamara, Lamar Jackson, and that's about it. All went off, but everybody else was just kind of more lower scoring. While we did have some good performers from Jonathan Taylor, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, just overall good performers. It just eked them out. My bench is fine for now. We'll see how it pans out. Jonathan Brooks hopefully will add to all these teams a little bit in their stock value because I pretty much have Jonathan Allen and Jonathan Brooks in every single team. Now, where we're very unfortunate is that Drake London decided to go pop off because we actually had a decent percentage chance before because I think it was like 119 to 110 or something like that. Maybe not that low, but like it was closer, 123 maybe. But Drake London popped off, so I'm kind of nervous about that. I got the Patriots defense this week. I got Vikings dual threats. I'm kind of reliant on one of them popping off, even overseas. Zach Ertz. I'll probably put Evan Ingram in if he plays, so kind of keep an eye on that one. Just because I don't think I can trust Zach Ertz again. Tank Bigsby is kind of my only other option. Michael Pittman's a good receiver. That's about it. Gardner Minshew's against Denver defense. Not very happy. Luckily, he's got a lot of injuries as well, so like I'm not facing off against someone totally stacked. But Kyler and Joe Burrow could kind of kill me. Deontay's there. Jordan Mason. I mean, this is a team that's going to probably beat my ass. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'll probably go 1 and 4. But there's not much I can do. At this point, I've done everything I can, short of making some trades that might benefit me some more. But like it's getting tough into the wire. So I don't feel good, but we're still in the fight in that league. We're more in the fight in King of the Cup than Chase the Dreams, despite us being. Let's see, what are we ranked in this league? Does it tell us anywhere? No, it doesn't tell us like anywhere by our names at least. I guess I can look at league standings quickly. League home, league. Sure, let's go league home. I think it tells me the things right here. Here we go. We are 10th. No, yeah, 10th. Yeah, 10th. So we're 10th here, 9th here. Definitely some rough leagues. Then we got our Sigma Chi lower 10-man league. Again, I am getting riddled by defense or by injuries, but 140 against the weakest team in the league. I feel pretty good about it. Carson Steele obviously flunked. Terry McLaurin was the only player that really did well, except Lamar Jackson. As you'll see, though, in our current matchup, this might be another loss. I don't want to hold out hope that we can beat Ryan here, but maybe because of Ramondre taking the step back, maybe he won't be as stacked over here because his running backs are a little bit on the weaker side. So I definitely have a chance with Ramondre and Brandon Ayuk on the decline, but DK, Jamar Chase, Antonio Gibson all could definitely go well. Actually, I just realized he has dual New England running backs, which is kind of crazy. Josh Allen also is going to put up a lot of fight. Bills defense, I think, is going to hurt him, though. Chase McLaughlin gives us a real fighting chance with 16 points from this Thursday Night Football. Wandale, this is PPR league, so I'm very, very happy about that. Christian Kirk, same deal there. Brock Bowers. I mean, I feel good about my team, but when you look at the IRs, like Cooper Kupp, Malik Neighbors, Isaiah Pacheco, Jonathan Taylor, Jonathan Brooks, Kareem Hunt's even probably hurt. I'm debating on dropping Justin Fields, but I want to see how this week pans out. Maybe I'll keep him, maybe I don't. We'll just see. I feel like this could go either way, to be honest with you, because I don't know why it's so low. Maybe he'll do something with Ramondre, but we'll just see. But I am number 3 in this league, so out of 10. So right now, set for the playoffs. Looking at this Yahoo leagues, unfortunately, I took an L in all 3 of them. It was a bad week. Again, I drafted kind of similar in hindsight to all these teams, but when you have Stephon Diggs, Alvin Kamara, Brian Thomas Jr., Young Hoku all putting up a bunch of points, it's going to be hard for me to win here. Was this the league I made a big mistake in? No, Jordan Addison I don't consider a mistake just because, again, he's come back from injury, and I still wouldn't have won. But going into week 5, I do have a chance here. Jordan Love, Marvin Harrison Jr., Deontay Johnson, CeeDee Lamb, Dontavian Wicks. Again, I'm kind of rooting against the Packers this week, but his bench isn't very good either, so I think I got a shot. Now, unfortunately, Darnell Mooney was on my fucking bench, but I don't regret not putting him in, just because, like, whoever's going to predict that Darnell Mooney's going to do well. So we'll see. But I have a decent roster. Kansas City defense against New Orleans. We'll see how that pans out. Jordan Addison, I think, could do well. Travis Etienne, James Cook, Breece Hall, George Pickens, Chris Olave. I feel like this is a very good team. We're 6th in the league, so we're still very much in the fight. So I feel okay in this league. This is the league. This is the one that hurts quite a bit, because I could have won if I started Chuba Hubbard over, Deontay Johnson or another player, probably Devin Singletary. Because Devin Singletary was a last-minute ad, because I was like, well, Dallas does have a bad run defense, and the Giants were behind the whole time. I was thinking they were divisional rivals, so maybe I can get something out of them. It really didn't work out, so putting Chuba in over Singletary would have won us this game, but we're 2-2 instead, 7th in the league. This is against a respectable team, but man, this is an eke-out win for him, I'll be honest with you. But granted, he also benched Derrick Henry, so like I can't feel that bad about it, so because he shouldn't have done that. But either way, week 5, again, good matchup here. Week 5, I need to bench Devin Singletary. I realized I need to change him out for probably Chuba Hubbard, I guess is probably who I'm going to go for. We'll see, though. I'll debate that one a little bit. But pretty close in scoring. We're both low-scoring teams right now. Rashad White did go off for 8 points. Not too bad, but also, like, could have been better for him. But I'm not too scared of his team. This team's very low floor. It's a good ceiling, but I don't know. I think I got a good high ceiling. So as long as things kind of go right, we'll be fine. I put Dallas defense in against Pittsburgh. Take that as you will. But 7th in the league, not too bad. So another league that I'm 7th in, and I lost by 2 points, and that means any bench player that I put in, like DeAndre Swift, which, again, I don't feel bad because I faded him, and so Roshan wouldn't have helped me. Bucky Irving wouldn't have helped me, really. So, like, I can't feel that bad. It just was a straight-up loss unless I just trusted DeAndre Swift. But, like, who could trust DeAndre Swift at that point? So, like, I'm not faulting myself too much. It just was a unfortunate week of missed starts. Honestly, that might be the name of the game, missed starts this week. So I'm still very much in the fight in these leagues. This is a very close fight. I think Brock Purdy could do well, but Brandon Ayuk and Tyreek Hill I'm not really too favorable on. Kenneth Walker could do well. He needs to put in somebody over Devin Singletary, which I need to put someone in over Devontae Adams, which it would probably be... Fuck, I'm kind of struggling. Oh, fuck. Zach Moss? That's not good. That's who my flex option is. I need to look on the waivers. Actually, let's look on the waivers right now. Well, let's see if there's anybody worth picking up for a week that I might be able to drop somebody for. Jordan Whittington actually is not the worst option in the world. Bo Melton, not a good option. Darius Slayton, not a good option. Who's my running back option? It's probably worse than that. Ty Chandler, not a horrible option. Oh, well, he's also on the waivers. Ezekiel Elliott, possibly a good option. I'll be honest, I probably would drop somebody for Jordan Whittington. It's kind of my plan now that I'm looking at this, and put him in at my flex. But who would I drop? Would I drop Zach Ertz? Yeah, I guess now that Trey McBride's better, I'll just drop Zach Ertz and put in Jordan Whittington. That way it gives me more of a chance. Is Trey Tucker available? He might be available, but I didn't see him. So I'm going to guess not. Either way, I still feel fine about these leagues. Yahoo's kind of just like a league at this point. I'm also 4-0 in the 16-man standard league, which is pretty cool. Andy Dalton, Deontay Johnson, good ads, and Jordan Addison, because he's not really many other players I could play. So I got 87 points compared to 60, which is feels like a pretty good week for me. Right now, Thursday Night Football happened, so Bijan Robinson went off. Now, unfortunately, I did make an unfortunate decision. I'm starting Justice Hill because I have no running back depth, because I was thinking Devin Singletary was actually playing, but evidently he's not. So I was like, okay, I won't start Rashad White. I'll just keep Devin Singletary in, be fine. It'll be all right. I guess worst case, I'll start Justice Hill. In hindsight, though, I actually don't feel bad about it. Rashad White scored 6 points. Justice Hill, lowest scoring points is 3. So do I feel, if my floor is 3 and my ceiling's like 15 from Justice Hill, I'll take a chance on that. So I'm not feeling too bad about a Justice Hill start. I just don't feel great about it, if that makes sense. We're favored to win, barely. Bears defense against Carolina is kind of nerve-wracking, but again, I don't really want to drop these players. I got Clyde in this league. Roshan Johnson could still be something. Mike Williams. All still players I think could do well. I got Debo, Deontay, Justice Hill, Sam Darnold, Jordan Addison, so I got the stack there. And I see why people do stacks now. It feels good when they hit. Will Lutz, Bears. I feel okay about this team. But he also needs to start a tight end and a defense, and he's not doing that. So I think it's a free win either way, because he's on a 3-game losing streak, so he probably just doesn't care anymore. Because he also doesn't have a tight end or a defense on his bench. Now, he could go get one, but I'm not too sure. either way, I feel all right about this league. So, I mean, 4-0, and there's only, I think I'm third in the league total. We'll actually look at the league standings here. Actually, this recording went a lot quicker than I thought it would, too. Actually was pretty efficient with getting through my stuff. I am first in the NFC division, or conference or whatever. So I feel pretty good about that. I'm 4-game winning streak. I'm at least 1 game ahead of all these guys, but they do have the points for against me. So if I do lose and they win, it's a tough deal. But B Mafia and White Walker of the North also have undefeated streaks right now, which they have pretty good teams. So I'm kind of scared because I am one of the lower scoring teams in the league. Other than like of the teams that are probably in contention, I'm definitely a lower scoring team. I'm just consistent. That's what I've realized, is that I think what separates me from some of these other teams is that my team is consistently putting up 80 points, 90 points. I don't really see many lower score games, and I don't have any 100-point games, I don't think, in this league. B Mafia and White Walker North both have like 100-point games. And we'll look at their team real quick, actually, because I'm actually very curious myself what they have on top of my head. Which in this person has Joe Burrow, Josh Jacobs, Zach Charbonnet. He's kind of goated at this point. Antonio Gibson's going to fill in perfectly for him. Zay Flowers, Saquon Barkley, Devontae Adams. Dude, he's kind of cooking. If this was not a standard league, Wandale would be such a good pickup too. But Saquon is basically over Zach Charbonnet, and Antonio Gibson's basically his flex. And he got Zay Flowers, Khalil Shakir, maybe Devontae Adams. But I need him to start picking up losses now because Devontae Adams is going to be with somebody soon. Which, somebody has had a 30-point game. Let's actually look at their matchup. Can I look at the game here? View Game Center. Here we go. B Mafia. Which he's expected to lose right now because he has Devontae Adams out, so he can put the receiver, or he has Khalil Shakir's out, right? Yeah, he's out. So like he has to put in somebody like Wandale instead, who's going to get like 5 points. So this might be a big win for us for B Mafia to take a loss to Sudi One, who had Drake London and Kate Otten. So pretty damn good. All right, I'll take that. Jordan Love, Zach Moss, James Cook, Keenan Allen, Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, Brian Thomas Jr. I guess he has A.J. Brown, Cooper Kupp, which is good. Trey Tucker's, wow, okay. He does have good depth. I see why he's kind of doing pretty well, too. What is his, like, points scored in the last few weeks? I guess because Jordan Love has been popping off, I guess, in all fairness. Curious, though. But he also has 27 points scored against him, so let's view the game center there and see exactly what happened. He was playing Darnell Mooney. That would do it. And he probably... Oh, wow. He's favored to lose by a lot. Yeah, usually the projected score is about 80 for everybody. So, like, getting 100 is, like, almost an insta-win. This guy also has a not very great depth. So he just had Darnell Mooney go off. And he's 3-1. So that's pretty good. Curious, though. I will leave you off there. A good 18-minute video. Hope you all did enjoy this, NFL... fantasy football. I'm still working on some stuff for next year, as well as, possibly some, changes up to the fantasy schedule thing. But, I mean, I think it's still cool to see that there's 2 leagues I'm doing really well in, like, a league winner type thing, 4-0, 4-0. One more dominant where I am the clear threat, and one that's more like it's still a fight, so I like that. I like that there's 2 leagues that are 1-3, one that I feel like I still have a chance to fight back in, one that's pretty on the bottom of the barrel, like we're struggling to get through it. And then there's like every other league. I'm 3-1 in the Sigma Chi League, which is basically just a powerhouse between the top 4 teams anyway. So that league's going to be basically nothing until the playoffs. And then the Yahoo League, all of the Yahoo Leagues are just 2-2, and I'm just like in the same boat. So like that's a whole category in its own. Like I'm fighting for survival in there, but I'm also not out of it because I have a good team. I've been scoring. I just have unfortunate losses. 2 of those leagues should be 3-1, or could be 3-1, but shouldn't say should. But either way, hope you all did enjoy the video, and I'll see you on the next one.